Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is 7
Hey,
p.m.
are we actually
on the
here?
East Coast, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 1 a.m. all the way over there on the other side of the pond. I'm your host, DJ Remark. This is my co-host, Mr. Kanan Becker, and this is the Death Rattle Podcast. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, man? Man, I am dark.
I was
What
just
happened?
over on the East Coast.
You were just over on the East Coast.
Yep, I flew back yesterday.
We're gonna talk about that. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why I'm so friggin' dark. All right, we'll figure it out. What's up? Good to see everybody. Let's see who's already in the chat. Smiley's in the chat. Ta-da! I'm a pain in the buttocks. Janetha made it on time. What's up, Janetha? She says, this week I watched The Beast Within and something from 91 called Highway to Hell. That was so bad. It was great.
Highway to Hell.
She says, how's everyone's Halloween? What's up, Jobit? Good to see you. What's up, John?
I was commuting, dude. Like, it was insane. We didn't get to our hotel in New Jersey on Halloween until 3:30 a.m. We had a 5-hour delay. Ended up being over 7 hours stuck in Nashville.
What happened?
The shutdowns, the government shutdown crap. So if you fly anywhere right now, there's a good chance you're going to have some fat delays.
Oh, yeah.
Like basically they have a lack of traffic control officers.
Yeah.
So it's not like the rest of everything feels normal. It's just traffic control people. There's a limited amount of them. So they're basically like just backed up for days, like planes.
Yeah.
So
my gosh. Well,
yeah, it was
happy
crazy.
you made it there. I figured we'd talk about it today. There's not a lot of news to talk about. So I figured you could talk about it.
I haven't even had literally any time to look at any news right now. So
me neither. So, but actually I have some festival news. If you guys want to talk about that, it's a pretty, it's a new hat.
Yeah. I just got it in Manhattan yesterday. Look at that.
Very nice. Nice. Very cool. I like that. Let me,
you can see it. Yeah, there we go. The Statue of Liberty. I saw her in person from a distance because we were like, screw this. We're not going to take like 2 hours to go on the barge or the ferry or whatever. We're like, screw that. It was like only like $39, but it's like 2 hours. And we had basically one day to run around New York and like see everything. So,
well, how was it? Tell me about it. You went sightseeing, you did a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the first 2 days one day was travel, or one day traveling there, one day traveling back. But then the rest of the time we had 2 days in New Jersey and then one day in New York. So basically got to our hotel super late Friday night, early Saturday morning. And then Josh's movie premiered. It was the first block of movies on Saturday morning.
Nice.
So we didn't get a whole lot of sleep, but it was cool to see it at Smodcastle. And good response for his movie. They ended up winning. Here, I'll send you some pictures.
Yeah, send me some stuff. I will share it. So cool. Well, I'll get to my news about the festival a little bit later.
Yeah, no. Go ahead and talk about that now while I'm sending you pictures anyway.
Are you sure? Okay, alrighty. I'm gonna present. I'm gonna present this. I gotta add an image file.
That way, as I'm talking about it, you can kind of be sharing pictures.
So the news for the festival, for those of you who don't know, we are putting on a horror festival here in Jacksonville, and we just got some news shared today. For those of you who know who the artist Voltaire is.
Yeah, Voltaire.
He has a movie called Demonatrix coming out, and it is premiering at the Jacksonville Horror Film Festival, March 13th and 14th of next year. So he will be there. We're going to have a little Q&A session after the film. He's going to be closing out the festival pretty much. So this is the Demonatrix is premiering, and he's going to be closing out the festival. We're going to have a Q&A with him. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're really excited. Tickets are on sale. So for those of you that want to go, jackshorrorfilmfest.com and buy your tickets. They are super cheap. Every time we talk about how what people ask us, how much are tickets, and we're like $25 for a day, $40 for the whole weekend. Oh my God, that's nothing. And we're like, yeah,
no, that's super affordable for a festival.
Yeah, super affordable. So please, go buy your tickets. Architect Sam's in the chat with our fire emojis.
Hey, Sam.
Architect Sam is the second half of the film festival, so we are putting it on, and that's what it is. So, yeah, come on out and see the Demonatrix. All right, where are you sending these pictures? Are you sending them on Facebook?
Yeah, like I always do.
Okay, so I gotta log into Facebook, so I'm gonna go away for a second, and I'm gonna find these pictures. Where are they? Oh, there you go. Oh my God, there's so many.
Are you only doing feature lengths?
No, we're doing features and shorts.
Okay, because I have a one short in particular that I think would be cool to show. I'll talk to you about it off air, but
all right. Well, if you want him to,
it was what I think was the best short. I not short. I think it was the best movie period at the Smodcastle Film Festival.
Well, I mean, they better get it in now. Here, I gotta do this the hard way, so just give me a second. Start talking about it while I'm downloading these, and I'll put these up once I get them.
But yeah, so it was just really cool. There was let's see. My only issue with the horror film festival Smod, it was their first time, and it was only one day really. It was like Saturday was the film festival sorta, and then Sunday was still kind of part of it, but it was like they were just showing like two more well-known movies. Well, so basically Saturday was every block was a feature length and two shorts. And so like the problem is if you go to one, you're not going to see whatever the movies were in the other block, because they would be like basically almost two at a time. And so like I only got to, I think I saw four. I think I saw 4 feature films and then like a bunch of shorts, but there was like a couple features that I didn't get to see. And it's also hard because we don't know who any of these filmmakers are, so you don't know which ones to go to. So it's really just kind of a blind, like, I'll go to that one,
Yeah, it's just kind of a toss up.
Yeah. So there was Josh's was the only feature length I knew of, and then I ended up finding out about a couple of the shorts, like meeting people and this and that. But like to me, the standouts were all shorts, because like a lot of the features were fun and they were good, like Josh's especially, but it was like they were still like flawed at the same time. They were good movies, but they were like such limited budgets. It's so hard to pull off a feature length on such a tiny budget.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like a short, it's much easier. Like you can cut off all the fat, and like for 10 grand, you know what I mean? You can make a really good short. So, whereas, for 10 grand, you're not even starting a feature length.
Right. That's like
one of those things.
Starting
so like,
pre-production.
Yeah. And so like they were all competently made movies. It wasn't like any of them were bad. There was none of them that I was like, oh, please be over. But it was just, there was some of the acting wasn't all, it depends on the short, or I mean on the movie. Like some of them, the acting wasn't great. Other ones, like the special effects weren't great. Some of them, the writing wasn't great, but it was like, so there wasn't any one feature that I was like, dude, that was like, I could see that being like huge, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But shorts, there was a couple of the shorts that I was like, holy shit, dude. Like one of them in particular, which it is available on YouTube. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put these pictures on stage. And while you're walking, all right, you're back. All right, hang on.
This one, it's only 8 minutes long.
Nice.
It's 8 minutes long, and it was the most fun of any of the shorts there. And I made a really great connection with them. It's crazy because Carol Ann was like, you need to find this guy. he's like a really good friend of mine, and his short is playing, and Carol Ann is Blasco's wife from Rob Zombie.
Nice.
And so like I'm like trying to find him, and then he found me because she told him the same thing. But this was his short, and it was so fucking good, dude. So much fun, amazing, super gory practical effects. But anyway, yeah. So that's Josh and the director Eric. I think his name's Eric. Pretty sure it's Eric. I don't know. I'm bad with names. But anyway, that was them after they won the award. So it was like best villain performance or something like that.
Nice. So you guys in New York?
Yep. They're kind of let's see, that was, I don't know what we're taking a picture of there. Oh, I think that was right when we had just got to Times Square, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know why I sent that one. I think I sent that one on accident.
Okay. Here's you being cheeky with your ice cream.
Yeah.
What flavor ice cream is that?
This is amazing. It was gelato, homemade gelato,
dude,
in Little Italy.
Nice.
Like we're literally in Italy, Little Italy, homemade gelato. And it was like I've had a lot of really great gelato in my life. Like this is like next world, like unreal. It was pistachio and coffee or something like that. I don't know, but it was so good.
It looks kind of like coffee.
I just got the two that they recommended. Or no, it's tiramisu and pistachio. And they were just like out of this world. But because I was asked, like, if I don't know what to get, I always ask the people, like the locals or the,
good.
What is the best one?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I was actually cold, but no, dude, the pizza, that's like, people have been telling me my whole life, New York pizza is just different. And I'm like, okay, yeah sure. Dude, until you have it, it's impossible to understand. Like it's, as someone who's been involved in pizza like my entire life, I was able to talk to a lot of the people at the pizza places, and I understand why their pizza is the way it is. But holy shit, it's like a super complicated thing that is just, unless you have been like really taught for years how to do it, because it has a lot to do with the heat of the oven, the dough, and it's just, it's unreal. Like I literally could have done nothing but eat pizza the whole time I was there. We were able to have like legit New York pizza twice. Well, okay, first place was New Jersey, but it was incredible. And then we had this is at Joe's Pizza Place, which is like one of the most famous. It was like the most well-known, or the place in, we were near the Twin Tower Memorial and like Manhattan. So this was the place they recommended the most there. So that's where we went. But it was just, oh my God, it was so good. And then that's the mall and the Twin Tower Memorial area. That mall is crazy. Like we wanted to go inside, but we were just like barely, I mean, we were trying to see as many things, and we were basically on foot for a lot of it. But the mall is so cool. Like it looks like that thing from Australia, the like amphitheater there.
It's the Sydney Opera House.
Really, yeah. Yep. It looks really similar to that, but it's actually a mall, and it like goes down into the like ground. It's really cool.
I like this church.
Yeah. It was gorgeous.
That's dope.
Dude, I just love this city. Like I can't even explain. Like it was so much better than I expected. It felt like you're in a movie, because like every single place you go, you're like, I've seen that in a movie. I've seen that in a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, just the people were nicer. The food was better. The city stunk less than I expected. It was like more beautiful than I expected.
Well, good,
way cleaner than I expected.
I'm happy you had a good trip.
I don't know. I'm familiar with LA and San Francisco, and both those places are just like dirty as fuck. But New York, surprisingly, for as big of a city as it is, was actually pretty clean.
So what's this? The harbor?
You can't really see because it's way out there, but that's the Statue of Liberty.
It's all the way in the background. I see it.
Yeah, it's this little tiny dot back there. It's so messed up because, like, in order to see the Statue of Liberty, you got to pay money and go out on the ferry.
Yeah.
Like, it's messed up.
So where was this
There's
venue
nowhere
that they
to
were?
like.
Where was this venue that they were holding the?
Yeah, so that's Smodcastle right there. You're showing them out of order. I thought I sent them in order, but somehow they're out of order. But
sorry.
no, that's fine. So this was like Saturday morning. Just got to Smodcastle, and it's in New Jersey. It's in like a little town in New Jersey. It's basically where Kevin Smith grew up, and it was the theater that him and his friends all went to growing up. And then it was about to like be demolished or turned into something else or whatever. And him and his friends basically went in on it together and bought it and run it. So
that's so cool.
We didn't get a chance to meet him. He was in LA, but all the guys, like everybody that's a part of his crew that have made all the, the movies with him, like Red State and
Jason Mewes there?
Tusk and all that. No, they were in LA. They both were in LA for something. But
was Scott Mosier there?
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, most guys. The other person we got a chance to hang out with around a bunch was the dude from Blair Witch, because we saw a special screening of Blair Witch, and then he did a long Q&A after it was over. We went to that on Sunday. And then on we also saw Stream, which I got a picture with the director, and like we've talked online a little bit, but we hadn't met in person. So I had to get a picture of me with him. But Levy, it's based on his first name. But Michael, is it Michael Levy or is that his brother?
I don't know.
But it was fun to see a screening of that.
You're by the Step and Repeat?
Yeah. I don't know. It was when I first got there. See my coffee?
Yeah, I'm sure you needed it.
People kept, I don't know. There's a lot of pictures that I don't take much pictures. Like, I'm not the best at taking pictures. So like there was lots of people taking pictures of me and Josh, and like he took pictures of me. And so this is us sitting down for his movie. It was about to start.
How many people went to this?
Early on, there wasn't like his showing. There wasn't a ton of people. It kind of sucked because we kicked off the event. But like by midday or later in the day, it was always packed theaters, and it was playing in like, I think like 3 or 4 screens. They're like that were constantly going, and they were like the last couple shows for sure were completely packed. Like, you'd like people, you were having to have people hold seats for you kind of deal.
Oh yeah.
So they were not expecting as good of a turnout as there was. And like for something that they literally didn't promote at all, it was the first time they've done it. They were really happy with it. So my thought is they're going to do it again next year. I mean, they are definitely doing it. They already said this, they're doing it again next year, but it was pretty dope because they have another film festival that's like a bigger deal. Like it's a pretty big deal, but they've been wanting to do a genre, one that's just horror. And so this is the first time for them doing it. So, nice. But that's the Josh, who, he was on the podcast. And then there's the director to the right. And then the guy in the middle is one of the he kind of did a little of everything in the movie. Like he acted it. He was wearing a mask in it, but he also did like a bunch of a bunch of stunts. And like, it's like his movie is so wacky and funny and just like, it's crazy. It's like, it's a pretty crazy movie. It's fun.
Well, cool, man. All right. I got like one more picture, I think. Cause I got a few more. I got a couple more. I saw, Black Phone 2.
Oh yeah. That guy with the red shirt, that's the dude from Blair Witch.
Oh yeah. Okay. I recognize him.
Yeah. Like he was the shorter guy with the beanie in the movie.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing Blair Witch. I haven't seen it in a long time, and especially on the big screen. And like, it definitely is a movie that you had to have been there.
Yeah.
Because like I was watching it thinking, man, if I was like a little bit younger, I would be like, what does everybody make a big deal out of this movie for?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot happens, but it's just things are different now, you know. Like at the time, I don't know. It's one of those you would have had to have been there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a festival, it's always like that. You had to have been. You can't experience a festival online. Like,
No,
you gotta go.
I'm talking about Blair Witch.
My bad.
Yeah, back when it came out, you would have had to have. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those movies that it's hard to explain to people how scary and weird and all that it was. But it was very cool seeing it in a packed house with people who were all of like the age that we all saw this when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
And so to see it through that lens, and then, dude, the stories, like, it's really cool hearing, because like we got like a long time of him just explaining how everything worked, like how they got this, like how they knew what to do from scene to scene, because they never saw the directors. There would just be like a little letter basically left for each one of them, and they never saw people. Like the whole time they were out there for 8 days shooting the movie, they would just get these little notes, and the note would be like, this is, you know, how it happens. We don't really care, but just, we need you to ultimately end up here and do so-and-so thing.
Yeah.
And so like, they really just kind of, things just happen. Like they were acting, but it was very much like they wanted it to be as raw and as like real as possible. But
it's a similar concept that the writer director of Coherence did.
Yes,
Coherence
was done like long after.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was done way after, but it was a similar method where he gave the cast their sides the day that they were supposed to film them, and he didn't give them any more of the script until
exactly.
So, and that was I thought that did really well.
What was cool about it is none of them knew what the other one's note was. So like, you know, the scene where he kicks the map into the water.
Yeah.
Well, he knew that was ultimately the thing he had to do that day, is that eventually when the map would be on the ground, he didn't know how it would end up there, but when he saw it on the ground, he was just supposed to kick it into the river. He didn't know who was going to drop it there or whatever, but nobody else, or none of the other cast members knew that he was going to kick it in the water. And so when it happened, it's just a happy accident that they happened to turn their backs at the right moment, right when he kicked it into the water. And so none of them saw that the map went into the water. And so later on, he knew that it was in the water, but nobody else did. Like genuinely, not like they really didn't know that the map was in the water. So the whole back and forth argument of them being like, where's the map? And like, I don't fucking have it. Like that whole argument was genuine in a lot of ways between two of the members of the cast, because like only he knew that it was in the water.
Yeah.
And so when he genuinely told them that he had kicked in the water, they actually got mad, not like they were still acting, but they actually did get mad because they had been arguing at each other over where the map was. And the whole time he knew that he had kicked it in the water. And so it comes off as them being mad for him kicking it in the water, but it was more of they were mad at him for letting them argue about who had the map. But it was just interesting hearing how all that worked and how much of it was like happy accidents, you know, and that's why they just were basically running nonstop filming for 8 days.
Yeah. So. Well, let's get to some chats. Let's see what everybody's saying.
Definitely.
Stephanie's in the chat. Mr. Wonderful's in the chat. Al says, I finally saw Weapons. Lots of hidden stuff in that movie. B Movie Theater says, finally watched Night of the Zoopocalypse. I have not seen that yet.
So fun. I really like that movie, actually.
Good news for the festival. Thank you, Otaku. What's going on, Live Wire? Let me see here. Jordan, what's going on? Good to see you. I was looking for a particular chat. I can't find it now. Okay, whatever. Jobit says, I'm enjoying the picks. John says, it definitely comes down to the water pollution and cooking techniques that make New York City pizza, coming from someone born in New York.
It's nothing to do with the water. Everybody says it's the water. It's absolutely nothing to do with the water.
Well, all right.
It's
Smiley
not.
says
If you
pizza's an art
understand,
form.
like if you understand how it's made and what they do, the techniques behind it, it's not water. Especially when I'm like 2 hours away in New Jersey, and the pizza, they have the exact same thing as Manhattan in New York. Like it's not the same water. But
Al
like
says you guys look like
like I said, I've worked in pizza like my entire life, like since I was 16. Like I understand what they do, how it comes out that way, but it's still, the technique is just amazing.
Al says you guys look like Hellraisers. Look out. Let me see here.
I don't follow that. What do you mean we look like Hellraisers?
I
Like
think he's
we're
talking
raising
about
hell.
you guys.
Yeah,
I think he's talking about you guys in the. John says films definitely over exaggerate the dirtiness. I recently watched Angel Heart, which really looks grimy. Talking about
so like from what I've heard, it was a lot more that way though in like the 70s and 80s. Angel Heart is mostly in Louisiana, isn't it? I didn't even think that was in New York.
I don't know.
Anyway, but still, like I know for sure, like for instance, damn it, damn it, the basket case, like in the movie Basket Case, like that dude, they legally were filming a bunch of the scenes that are on, out, and like that is genuinely what New York looked like back then. So like there's a lot of it that was really seedy and gross and like all that back then, and they've cleaned a lot of that up. On top of that, still like anything, it depends on where you're at, but like I went through a lot. Like we were on foot. We went all the way from like LaGuardia and took the train and buses all the way down to where the Statue of Liberty is, and then from there, like just basically walked for hours and hours back up through, and then eventually took the train back to the hotel.
How was the train?
Dude, it was like, it's such a well-oiled machine. Like it's so impressive to me, like how all that works. It's like it takes a little bit to get figured out, and like once we realized there was an app and started using the app, like you can get anywhere in the city like really efficiently, like really quickly. And it's just so cool. For like $2, you get on the train, and it's just like, get off here, and there's another train like almost instantly. You just hop on that one, and you're just like, it's so cool how it works. It was actually really.
Tenderloin Stew says everything in Angel Heart looks grimy, especially Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tenderloin.
He was hot back then.
I accidentally doxed Tenderloin with his very generous donation last week because I forgot to read the comment, which said, "Don't say my name." So I'm sorry, Tenderloin. If
anybody doxed him again.
No, I didn't dox because I didn't say his real name. I just said Tenderloin.
Oh, you said his real name in the. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's what I meant by.
I didn't even remember you saying that. So
I wanted to apologize.
Anybody else would.
Yeah, I was so sorry, buddy. Played Out says, I had a day in New York long enough to get a slice at some walk-in place, a Nathan's dog, and do the Empire State Building observation deck. That sounds like a good day.
We saw the Empire, but we didn't go up the observation because like it was the very end of the day for one, and for two, I had no intentions of going up there. Like I have a really bad phobia of heights, and I was like, I'm not going up there. Fuck all that. Plus, at that point, I was my foot was so fucked up.
Oh yeah,
and you have to climb like a shitload of stairs from what I've heard.
Yeah,
so
it's a trek.
But there's New York is a place where you really have to go for like multiple days to see things. Like this was us just kind of like a sampler platter, where it was just like literally physically seeing things. We didn't have the money or really time to do, it was, like I said, like we tried the pizza, we tried the gelato, like that kind of stuff. I did want a dog, and I didn't get a dog. I was like, I really wanted a dirty dog, but it's like, you can only eat so much in a day.
Yeah.
So,
well, do you want to fight about Black Phone 2? Because I saw that and Shelby Oaks. My review of Black Phone 2 is about to drop. You liked it, didn't you?
Did we talk about Shelby Oaks last week?
You You started
Oh,
talking about it, but I hadn't
yeah.
seen it.
So we'll start with, since I've already talked a lot about it, give the people your thoughts of Shelby Oaks.
Of Shelby Oaks?
Yeah.
Okay. Look,
Well, first let me say, do you think people are being too hard on it or no?
well, so okay, I have not watched a lot or read a lot of reviews of it. I still haven't. I didn't read anything going in, except for what you said people have been saying. So here's the
People are
thing.
acting like it's the worst of the year. Like I'm
It's
like
not.
a
It's
lot of that.
definitely
And that's why I was like, that's insane.
It is definitely
Like
not the worst of
I've
the year.
said from the jump, it's just like a popcorn horror movie. It's not
Well,
perfect. It does have problems. It's just one
it's
of
a
those, like,
little
it's
bit
just
of.
okay. It's a
It's
fun little
very.
spooky movie.
It's very much like the script is very linear.
And
There
basic.
is no, like, the characters have no agency. They do everything that the script needs them to do. It feels like we go from one plot point to the next, to the next, to the next.
It feels like a first time
Yeah, it does.
filmmaker.
It
Like,
looks great. I mean, it looks great, and there's,
I think
I
he did a
forget
really
what
good
the
job of
scene.
directing. I think the writing was more where
Well,
what
so
held it back.
there's one scene in particular, and I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure this one scene was, it feels like Flanagan. It feels like that's when Flanagan stepped in and like directed this particular scene. And it was during the beginning, not the beginning. It
No,
was like,
Flanagan only helped mostly the post production.
okay, so
Like
he wasn't on set at all for that.
No, they were mostly done with the movie by the time he got involved.
Yeah.
Like they had some back and forth from what I know, but like the editing and like the reshoots and some of that stuff he was involved in, but like most of the shooting and all that Flanagan had nothing to do with. I know he had helped a little bit with scripting stuff, but
yeah,
it wasn't
the directing,
until like kind of when it was done when he was really like helping a lot. So
everything was fine. It's just like I said, the script felt very linear. The climax I thought was dumb. The sequel bait was, which I guess you could make an argument that it's not sequel bait. It's just a cliffhanger ending, but I think it's sequel bait. I thought was just, it's just very cliche.
Well, the movie in general is kind of cliche. Like, I think that's,
and there's
probably the biggest problem I have with it is just you're not surprised by a lot. There's like,
there's a lot of everything
telegraphed. Yeah.
I mean, you have found footage, you have mockumentary, you have paranormal, you have monsters, you have and I'm not spoiling anything, but you have everything in this movie. And what was fun about it, so being an Ohio native and Chris Stuckman also being an Ohio native and Northeast Ohio native, I saw a lot of those locations. And the Mansfield Reformatory, which is
that's where most of the money went as far as shooting location,
is a awesome location, certified haunted.
And I think he did a great job of shooting that.
And
like,
it was
scenes. The best part of the movie for me was the stuff in there because it was so moody and creepy, and like the lighting was great.
That was a lot of good stuff. But the characters were all kind of just okay. Again, the writing was very basic.
I thought what's her name was damn good. Her performance was great.
Her performance was good, but her character was just kind of like, okay, fine. Yeah. Like, I didn't really understand a lot of what she did and why she did it. There were several moments.
Yeah, especially the hill turn at the end.
Don't do that.
The hill turn at the end. You're just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit of that at the ending where you're just like, that. Why out of nowhere is that? You know, and there's ways to explain that. I kind of think I know what was supposed to go on there, but it also wasn't super clear. So you're just kind of like, what the fuck?
And Chris Stuckman did not need $1 million to shoot this. As I was watching this movie, I was like, where's the money? It's at, and you said it's at Mansfield Reformatory, and that's fine, but no.
They spent a lot on the cast and on the location.
Yeah, well, they didn't need to, is what I'm trying to say. You could have made this exact same movie for half the cost.
No way.
Yes.
No way. No.
Yes. Yes. It's a story about a girl that goes missing and her sister goes to find her, and she goes to try to find clues about where she ended up, and she ends up in a fucking trailer.
It's not the
You don't need.
story.
You
Of
can
course,
find,
you could make that for
so you can,
cheaper.
yeah. So you can
But
shoot.
I'm saying
this
you couldn't
movie,
make
can
this movie. Like the way, like how good it looks is because of the quality of the way it was shot. Everything, every bit of money he had went straight into it, and it shows. Like the movie looks like a bigger budget movie than it was. Like it looks really good. Like, but he spent all the money on the cinematographer, on the cast, on the, you know what I mean, like the locations. Like they put a lot into that stuff. But the $1 million
I just don't
wasn't.
think they needed it. Is what I'm
It's
trying to
not
say.
$1 million for principal photography. Like that $1 million also includes like everything. Like that's including like their marketing
Sure.
budget. That's including,
Sure.
you know, it wasn't like there's a lot of stuff that went into this, and then they got it picked up by Neon, who then came in and put a little more into marketing it and
it said, yeah,
like
1.4 to 2.8 million. So somewhere
it's
in
not
so
true. I know the producer, but that the two, it's definitely never anywhere near the two. I know that for 100%. The two is bullshit, but the 1 point something is after Neon came in. Yeah, but I know people that actually, I know the exact budget for this movie.
What was it?
I can't say, but I know the exact amount because I can't, because there's certain people I know that are involved in this, and like it's not like they're telling you like the people don't tell you things in
Is it okay? So it's less than 2 million, you said?
Yes.
Overall, is it 1.5?
That's including one, roughly around that, but that's including Neon.
Okay,
like
so 1.5 million. Whatever. I'm just saying.
And put another, like, that's the part I can't really get into exactly how much Neon, because Neon hasn't even officially come out and said what they put into this and stuff.
Right, fine, and they probably put a bunch of marketing into it.
On record, it's under 2, including what Neon put into it, and that is including marketing. So it's like when people say $1 million movie, this is not $1 million movie. That's $1 million including
it is
everything.
Keith
That's
David's
like Disney saying we didn't spend,
phoning in a performance. Like you didn't need that.
His performance is, yes, you don't need that, but his
You
performance is really good. Yes, it's only for a minute, but it's really good.
It's fine. He looked like he wasn't even trying to act.
He didn't. Like he's not what cost. That didn't cost that much. The budget didn't go to Keith David.
I know it didn't go to Keith David.
A cameo like that is a couple,
how much,
maybe 10 grand.
No,
like it's not that
Keith
much.
David, no,
yeah,
30,
it's not that much.
40.
No way. He's like
he's
like not even a full day on set. There's no way. Oh, maybe me 30. Either way, he's not like 100,000 or, you know what I mean? He's not a much of the budget. I know, like, none of the cast was that expensive, but it's just the location, everything adds up. Like, you spend a lot of money just fucking hiring people to then find you cast members and to, travel. The big part of the budget, I know for sure where the budget ballooned in this, because they could have, what you're saying is somewhat true, right? That they could have done this for cheaper. What you're not remembering is that they shot this in the heat of COVID. And so they spent a lot of money on all the bullshit to do with COVID. I know that was like, I've heard it was like close to half of their budget ended up going to stupid COVID restrictions and extra days on set and like penalties for going over like location and just a lot of bullshit that ended up happening. Because it was one thing once COVID was already going on and people were then starting movies. It was like the worst case scenario where you start shooting and then right away COVID hit. And so everybody was trying to figure out what to do. And, and so like, that was all the shooting.
Look, that's stuff. Fine. I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying like, as I'm watching that, as I'm watching this movie, I'm just thinking to myself, like, I
think you could make it, make it $1 million considerably cheaper now. Yeah. You could make it, quite a bit cheaper now. But the only thing too is that's $1 million, and like Chris did all the work himself. So it's like he's not even paying himself.
Oh, he got paid.
No, but I'm saying it's not like he was getting paid what you would have to pay to get a separate director or a separate editor. So right. Like
absolutely.
It's just like with your movie, you saved a lot just by you doing so much of the work yourself.
Yeah, no, God. Anyway, all right. Okay. So that was my take on Shelby Oaks. It's fine. I wouldn't rush out to go see it. I'd wait for streaming if you want to watch it.
I just think it's a fun movie, and like it's shame to me because it's such a small movie. It's a fucking neon movie, and people are acting like it was this huge. They're treating it like Black Phone 2. And it's like, that's fucked up. If you want to be disappointed in Black Phone 2 and whatever your expectation, that's one thing, right? That's a $40 million movie. There's a big difference between that and $1 million to $2 million movie. And like, people are acting like, and that's what bothers me with the Shelby Oaks thing. Not that people didn't like it. Like, that's fine. I don't care. Like, I get that. But like, acting like it's this huge bomb and all this. It's like, no, it made a profit on day one. That's how low the cost and everything was in this movie. Like, anyway.
Well, it made a little. We'll see next weekend if it actually made a real profit. It only made about not even $500,000 if we're going by. If we're going by basic numbers.
Do something.
It made $4 million.
It made over $2 million first week.
It made
or first couple days. It made over $2 million.
$1.5 million. Okay. Let's say it makes $4 million.
It's like over $4 right now.
$2 million of that $4 million go back to the theaters. Okay, so they've made.
I know. You don't gotta explain to me how the process works.
Stop saying it made a profit. $500,000
because I know this from the people involved. It was already in the black after the first weekend.
All right, fine. I'm sure Neon's jumping up and down right now.
They're happy. They were like anything was really going to be a win with it because everything was so inexpensive, you know?
Well, I wonder, honestly, if you were to ask me what's better, Shelby Oaks or Black Phone 2, I might have a hard time making that argument. I thought Black Phone 2 sucked.
I love Black Phone 2.
I thought it was terrible.
Like that's one of my favorites this movie. Or favorites
really?
This year. Yeah. It'll probably be in my top 10. Not like in my top 5, but it'll probably crack my top 10. Like I love it. It is exactly what I wanted from that, like that fun supernatural monster fucking
what's fun about it
type of thing.
The grabber doesn't show up for an entire hour. Like I'm watching this movie like where's Ethan Hawke? Like where is the thing that's supposed to be exciting about this movie? I don't care about her stupid.
Did you like the first one?
The first one, I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine
because he's barely in that one and doesn't do anything.
He's a lot more menacing in that one.
No,
like it's this.
No, he's not.
Oh my, yes, he is.
Most of the movie, he's sitting on the stairs, dude.
Dude,
no, you only see him.
The thought
in like
of him. It's the
scenes
presence.
Just standing there by the bus or by the.
He has
van.
Michael Myers fear in the first Black Phone. Like Michael Myers, you don't see a lot of him, but you know he can be around, and that's what makes him so menacing. Is that you don't know where he is. He moves slowly, but he's gonna get you. With the grabber in the Black Phone, yeah, he's sitting on the stairs. He's never like. I shouldn't say he's never, but like he's always just out of reach. But you know that he's there.
Like that's what made it scary. The first one on a rewatch is worse because I agree with what you're saying, except for the fact that he never does anything. Like I 100% agree with you that he has that Michael Myers thing where he's just kind of standing there. Difference is ultimately Michael Myers does kill some motherfuckers. You know, in the Black Phone, he doesn't do anything. Like, they tell you he killed kids and shit, but you don't ever see him kill anybody. You don't ever see him do anything. Is ever sit on the fucking stairs.
Prop dude made a mint on
sit
Black
in the chair.
Phone 2.
Good, he should. His mask.
Good job, Prop dude.
But Black Phone 2, I love he's brutalizing kids. You're seeing him killing people. Like it's fucking, it gets fucking gory and like surprisingly.
I mean, there was yes. There were some good shots. The
also love the snow aesthetic is awesome. Like being
the
out there in that cold,
was pretty gnarly. Sick. Like that was cool. And I appreciated
the way you didn't like how they incorporated the Black Phone, like the new way that they like the lore and how they expanded that.
I think they just I think they just changed it because like now it can traverse time. Like I can understand being this supernatural phone that, you can communicate with spirits and stuff like that. But now you can like time travel to people you don't even know. Like that's how it's connected. Like how, why? That's like that's so cool. My problem with PP2 is that it didn't.
What do you mean? Why? You're in a
It didn't
supernatural
build.
world.
It
Like,
didn't
who cares?
build on.
It's just
Oh,
fun.
fuck off! I'm sick and tired
You're
of these
such
arguments.
a party pooper. You're
No,
such
I'm
a
sick
party
and tired
pooper.
of these stupid arguments. Well, it's a sci-fi movie. It's a fantasy movie. It's a. That means it doesn't have to make sense. Yes, it does. Or at least continue with the continuity of the first
like,
of the movies
like
you
you
set
can
up.
buy in that you can see a bunch of ghosts through this fucking
Yes.
telephone,
Yes.
but you can't buy in to that it can
I buy
time
into
travel.
Nightmare on Elm Street about some guy who haunts your dreams. I buy into that. You set up a rule, follow that rule. That's all I'm asking.
Because here they did explain it. You just didn't follow because you're a dumbass.
Oh, okay.
They did
explain to me then. Explain to me how
the connection to their mom wasn't the phone. It was that's why she can in her dreams she can travel and stuff. It's like astral projecting basically.
And she can contact.
And he needs the phone.
She can contact her children that she didn't even know that she was going to have.
She's not contacting them.
So how is she talking to her daughter?
No, they do connect through that like ether of the whole dreamscape. You know what I mean? Like it's
the ether of the dreamscape.
Yeah.
And that was
it's
explained
like
in the movie
projecting. Because you see her when she goes in her dreams, she fucking goes and talks to the kid, talks to her mom.
All right, you want to talk about the dream world now?
Phone, dude.
Yeah, let's talk about the dream world. Let's talk about
there are no rules.
All of this stuff is supposed to happen.
I don't understand with you. You're literally in a dream world where there are no rules.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Like you're like for some
Nightmare
reason
on Elm Street that heavily influenced this film. Nightmare on Elm Street has rules about how the dream world works, about how the real world works, and how those two interact if they ever do. Black Phone 2 just goes, we don't fucking care. We're just gonna do whatever we want.
They're just early on. This is the second movie. This is the first one where they're really introduced to dream stuff.
But they show you in the
Nightmare on Elm Street. It's not like the very first one.
Nightmare,
all the rules are there's some.
Yes, and they stick to it. They stick to it in 2, and then they expand upon it in 3.
All of a sudden, they can have weapons, and every movie they added on to that.
Brother, they establish rules, and they follow them in the continuity of the films. There's a lot wrong.
I know, and I think they are here too. They're just simply adding.
They're not. They're just doing whatever they want to do. Like you can't see anybody that's in the dream world, but they can affect the outside world, or they can't affect, but the outside world can't affect them, except for when you're trying to grab onto wherever the ghost is, and only sometimes. Also, when
I'll give you that. That stuff was a little messy, especially when they were like fighting him in the final act. I agree because I was like, how come so and so can't interact with this and this person? So like, I agree with you. That was a little messy.
But
I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like you have to have like super like hardened rules yet because you're still building this franchise and they are still kind of introducing new elements to these characters.
Yeah, I don't need you to.
But I do agree that it was, especially in the end, it was a little messy by not being. It was like because each of them has like a different way to communicate. Like even you know what I mean. Like each of them had a different way of like different powers, so to speak. You know what I mean. But it was like, how do those powers interact? Like how come you can do this, but they can't do this? So like I agree. Like I agree with that. It is a little sloppy.
Okay, so that's why.
But that doesn't make the movie bad or dumb just because there's like.
It does.
Some sloppiness there. No, that makes maybe that element bad.
The dialogue was.
I think that's too far. But
here's the problem for me. Like I think here's what I think the actual problem was. I think the script was overwritten. I think there was too much, and nobody went through and actually edited it down. It was overwritten, which also bloated the runtime. It was under-directed,
which could be part of the problem of having Joe Hill writing this, then having other people come in and making a script off of what he wrote. You know what I mean?
I guess
that could be
whatever it was.
Like the first one, it's like a story that they came and took the story that Joe Hill had written like a long time ago. Then they turned that into a script. This is different because Joe Hill came to them and was like, "Hey, I got an idea for a sequel." Wrote that from what I know, and then they took that and adapted that. So I wonder if it could have been a bit rushed, if that makes sense. Either way, I don't agree with you. Like, I don't think it's sloppy. I think that there are some elements that could have been tighter. I'll go with that. But I liked the dialogue. Like, I thought the relationships between all the people, I really like. They're all really likable characters. I think I don't know. I think you're being a little hard on it, but whatever.
I mean, maybe I don't know. I think there were three completely useless characters in the film that were just kind of shoehorned in for I don't know why.
There's one that I totally agree with you on.
The couple were completely
so
useless.
The one that really was pointless, that I don't get at all is the horse girl.
Yeah,
it seemed like that was going to be a love interest, and then that never went anywhere. There was never anything. So like, I don't know what that was all about. Like, what was she in the movie for? Like, that was very weird to me.
What was she in the movie for? And what were the Christian couple? Why were they in the movie? It's like,
I kind of understand them because of the religious connection there. So like, I kind of get why they were there as like.
But did they have to be walking
the time to the mother?
Like, did they have to be walking stereotypes? Like, that's just the problem with me. That I'm
not saying they were. Yeah, I'm not saying they were super well written. I'm just saying I do understand why they were there. Like, I do agree though that you could have made them. They could have had more of a purpose. It just, I don't know. The biggest issue I have with all of that is there was like so many characters doing so many things, and it got messy and convoluted, like especially towards the end. Because it's like you introduce them all, and like they're all there, like bringing the dad in and everybody. And it's like,
oh my god, dude, that scene!
It would have been better to maybe kill off some of them. You know what I mean? Like,
between
just to kill them.
What was her name? Finn is the brother. What's her name? I forgot her name already.
I'm bad with names.
Well, between the three of them, between their dad and them, that 5-minute long just scene that they had where they're like.
I thought that scene was really good.
It was
when she is like, "You guys are the same." Like,
yeah, she just starts shitting all over
weed
them,
and yours is alcohol. No, dude,
which is fine.
And
then he's like, "Why are you shitting on me? This sucks for me." And she goes, "You're the bravest person I know." And it's like, okay, you just shat on him for 3 minutes, and then you're gonna just say some weird.
No, because he's in fucking denial. He's in denial and acting like he's not just doing the same thing as the dad.
Yeah, like women are always put together and level-headed, and men are always stupid.
That's not what it is. There,
and need to go to therapy. Thanks. I know what you
was
did
that movie?
Summer.
Yeah, that's the worst fucking line of the year in that movie.
It's just like,
oh god, it's so bad.
I felt like
no. It wasn't nothing to do with her being a woman. It was to do with that she's in the middle of the two of them, and like
it's just the girl is the key to everything trope. Like, that's all that was in this movie.
I don't think it has anything to do with her being a girl. I know from my own family, like there a lot of times there is that middle person that has to like I've been that person for people where you're like in the middle of the two fighting or the middle of the two not like listening to each other or whatever, and you need to be like, bitch, shut up, both of you. You know what I mean? Like, listen to each other. Like, you're literally the same fucking person, and that's what that was. But they don't have a mother. Like, they don't. It's not like they have
overwritten scene.
I don't agree. I actually thought that was like a really powerful, well done scene.
It could have been if you cut the time in half and actually had people say things that mattered.
I feel like that's being too critical for that scene.
I don't know, man.
Either way, I think most of what you're saying is pretty fair. I still think like different strokes for different folks, I think is a lot of it. Cause like for me, sure. Like all those things are pretty valid what you're saying, but at the same time, I still had so much fun with it. Like I love the look, the idea of this. Like I'm a sucker for the supernatural, like bad guy, and we've needed another Freddy. And this is very similar to Freddy. I love the grabber, and that goes a long way for me. Like, I think he's a really cool villain.
I definitely saw the nightmare influence on the movie, and I just wish that they would have.
Yeah, they're not trying to hide from it. They are owning that.
Yeah.
Like,
all right. Well, I know you got to go.
Said that they're inspired by that. So
I know you got to go in 5 minutes. So let's
let's
get to some chats. Let's get to the chats, and then we got to get out of here. Sorry. Oh my God. Hang on. Excuse me. Janathan says, sometimes I think people overhype movies just to have something to bitch about later. I mean, some people might do that.
No, it's just the problem. It's so complicated and it's hard to explain to people, but especially if you're a creator, you're on, YouTube, or if you're on TikTok or whatever, and your job is to talk about movies. We see these movies before anybody. It's like we go into them and see them without any expectations. And so we get excited because we don't have like this thing in place of being like for instance, with Black Phone, nobody had seen it before us, like literally nobody. And so we walk out, like me and 3C, we literally, we watched that movie together and we were just like on cloud nine. We were like, dude, we fucking had so much fun. And we were just like hyping it up on our channels. And like, whereas at the exact same moment you had Cody, who was like biggest disappointment of the year. Like he was really not high on it. And so it's one of those where you're going to have some people watch Cody Leach's channel and being like, going into seeing Black Phone 2 thinking it's a dumpster fire because he just didn't like it, because he had no expectations, nobody telling him like it's not good or whatever, you know what I mean? Me, I go in there, nobody telling me one way or the other with it. I had a blast with it. And so anybody watching my channel is going to think it's the best movie of the year. Neither of us are overhyping it. We're literally just saying our feelings without any bias whatsoever coming out. It's impossible for most people to have that, like, period. Like, unless you just never pay attention to trailers or YouTubers or TikTokers or anybody, it's impossible to go in a movie without some expectations. We have, it's like we're fortunate to be able to have those experiences, but at the same time, it's also, we get shit on because it's like, we don't like, there's nothing like gauging our response.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need a little of that. Like there's times when I go in, like for instance, Shelby Oaks, I went into Shelby Oaks with really dampened expectations because Cody and Sean had both seen it before me and both told me like that they liked it, but that I needed, to keep in mind that it's a first time filmmaker and it's a smaller budget movie. And like, they kind of let me know like, hey, this isn't it's not going to be in your like best of the year. It's not that, it's just a fun kind of horror movie. And so I came out being like, oh, that was cool. I enjoyed that.
Dominic
if I
says,
had big expectations, like who knows how I would have felt about it.
Dominic says, I like Shelby Oaks, but it's not my top fave. Black Phone, though, I thought was very fun.
Yep.
Played Out says, Browns gear. Been a Browns fan since the 90s. My friends are to blame. Sorry, Played Out.
Yeah, hey, at least they're not the Jets, who basically just gave away their whole team yesterday.
We'll see on Sunday if they're the Jets or not. I know, didn't they just go on a fire sale? Sorry, football stream, guys. Football stream.
Like literally yesterday, they gave away Sauce Gardner.
Yeah,
they literally gave away like their three best players, their three best defensive players yesterday.
Yeah,
and they got shit for it, but still.
Like, Darren says, did KB skin his sister and put her on display in the background?
Yeah. I gotta have a placeholder until the Christmas stuff goes up in a couple of weeks.
Smiley says, I feel sorry for the Browns. Yeah, we all do. Okay, let me see here.
They just need a quarterback, man. If they can get a quarterback.
Yeah. Otaku says, I wasn't a fan of the first Black Phone. Doubt the new one is over the top better than the first. It's not.
Honestly, it's a tricky
worse.
thing. A lot of people that were not big fans of the first one love this one because they're quite a bit different. Like Cody loved the first one and did not really like this one. You liked the first one, didn't really like this one. So like it can go the other way too, where if you're not a fan of that first one, you might really like this one.
B Movie says Black Phone 2 is a great winter horror movie. There was a lot of snow in that.
Yep. I love that. We don't get a lot of horror in the snow. That was a big thing for me. Like blood on the snow is fun. It's like we just don't get that much.
Mr. Wonderful says, which one of you have a Black Phone? I do, and it's got a little like controller cover on it.
Little that's cool.
You like that?
I mean, I have a Black Phone, but dude, I need that actually. I need a little black phone hanging back there. That would look pretty cool.
B Movie says Black Phone 2 felt like a mix between Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th for me. Not sure if that's a good thing, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just as long as you
There
enjoyed it.
definitely was the Camp Crystal Lake influences too, like the whole camp and stuff.
Bryce says, I normally think DJ spelled out. I enjoy it when people spell out DJ. I normally think DJ is harsh, but I'm kind of with him regarding Black Phone 2. I found it very long to watch.
Yeah.
It's it is overlong. It could have
like
had some editing.
You know, people are gonna like different things. I know it's crazy, but crazy to think that we're all gonna feel the same. Like, this is one of those times where we and you totally disagree as far as one really liked it, one didn't. But yet I can still feel like you're giving it a fair. Both movies, actually, I feel like your criticisms are fair. I am a fair critic. No, a lot of times,
yes,
like
I am.
Terrifier, it's horseshit, like a horseshit review.
It's okay. Saya says, I hate when our daddies argue. Everybody else loves it. And so you're going to have to just get with the program, Saya. Oh my God.
She does not. If that was the case, she wouldn't ever watch podcasts because we argue every episode.
You want to know what was missing from Black Phone and Black Phone 2? It's boobs.
Black phones. Oh, boobs.
Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, a whole bunch of fucking little girls, little kids, dude. Yeah, we needed a lot of boobs.
Yeah, no.
A movie about kids.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I just watched a movie with boobs.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I watched a horror
movie. Darren says should rename this to the Rattle Fight podcast.
The Rattle Fight.
Otaku's
not a very catchy name.
Otaku's like, I saw a red balloon, thought it was going to be an It reference, but then I saw it was Mr. Wonderful. Let me see here. Livewire says because it's based on a Joe Hill story, he set up rules for these types of powers in a heart-shaped box, and I can't read that, but that's outside homework. Yeah, and that is, if you have to do outside homework to understand a film, the film is doing its job wrong. There should be no homework to watch a movie. The movie should be able to stand on its own.
That also is part of the responsibility of you writing it into a script. Like,
I agree.
You should be able to find ways to, and I think that they did, and they thought they did, but I agree that there are definitely some, like, where I was like, okay, where, like we need to understand these powers a little more and whatever. So,
Mr. Jim hated Black Phone 2. Boring, unscary piece of crap. Wish I'd seen Frankenstein again. That was a great film.
Okay, that's a shit take. Anytime you say not scary, you lose me, because there's lots of fucking horror movies that are not scary. If scary is your prerequisite, then you're a surface level horror fan.
Listen, I like when horror movies scare me. That's always.
And you said Frankenstein? You fuck. I love Frankenstein. Frankenstein is one of my favorites of the year, but it's not fucking scary. You can't tell me Frankenstein's scary.
I don't know if he said that. I don't know if he said that.
No, but if he's saying like that's a prerequisite, you know what I mean? Like I have no problem with him hating Black Phone, but to say it's not scary, like that's a prerequisite for a movie being good, right? But then he said Frankenstein. Frankenstein's not close to scary. Super fucking good, like incredibly good, but it's not scary.
B-movie, I should ban you for this. Saya, keep an eye on this crap. This 6-7 crap.
6-7.
All right, I'm get out of here. All right. So this is the Death Rattle podcast with me, because I don't say 6-7 cringe. All right, I'm kidding. Let me see here.
I was like, I have the power to bring myself back.
I know. B-movie says hype can be just as bad as a major spoiler. I'm just going through these. It's 8:05 if you have to go, but I'm just going to go through these and then we can wrap up. But,
no, I mean, I got a few more. I just got to jump in the shower.
Heather says, I don't know. I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer 25, and I thought you guys were being generous.
Dude,
really? Do you saw my review of that movie and thought I was being
I don't
generous?
know, man. Like, I don't even think I've really talked about that on the channel other than maybe on the podcast. Like, it's in my 10 worst of the year. It might be the worst. Like, I hate that movie, like with a passion.
It fucking sucked. It is my worst of the year. I cannot
because
see
like
any other movie
you're
coming
gonna
out this
like
year.
It's so bad, and then on top of just being awful, you're gonna take one of our beloved characters from the franchise and give him the worst
And-
and stupidest, like,
just
yeah,
absolute
it's just
nonsense.
awful. Like, if you're going to
arc
turn
and
one into a
motivation,
villain,
yeah.
you give him the stupidest motivation ever to do
Yeah.
it. It's fucking horrible.
Grindhouse
God,
says,
I
I really
hate that
like,
movie.
he said, I really like Black Phone 2. It was better than the first.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. There's everybody talking to themselves. Mr. Wonderful says Frankenstein is missing implant boobs.
Dude, Frankenstein. So you basically see Mia Goth completely naked, not just boobs.
I
like
love
you see
Mr. Wonderful.
completely naked. So what are you talking about?
I think he just likes writing boobs with red balloons.
I bet he hasn't even
I think
seen
he's just
it.
looking for any excuse to write.
I bet he
boobs with
hasn't
red
even
balloons.
seen Frankenstein.
I still have to see it. Like I
You're
I
not
still
gonna
got
get to now.
It's leaving theaters.
I told you this.
Fuck.
If
no,
you don't see
that's
it tomorrow. I think you could still see it tomorrow.
Really?
Today and tomorrow, I think is it.
Hang on,
drops on Netflix on
No,
Friday.
I don't want to watch it on Netflix. I want to see it in the theater.
I told you needed to see it this week.
Wait, I'm looking it up. Just give me a second. I'm looking it up.
If you guys want to know my full thoughts on it, I have a video coming out Friday that the first movie in the video I talk about is Frankenstein. But I'm not going to say right now if it's my number one, but it's up there. It's one of those I have to kind of revisit the my favorites of the year and really think a lot about it. But it's the longer I think about that movie, the more it's only in certain theaters too, man. It was only where I'm at. It's only at the Cinema West.
Cinemark?
Nope. I know for sure it's not at Cinemark.
Oh, let me open my Regal app.
That's what I was telling you. That's why I tried to warn you last week. It's not at Regal, I don't think either.
You're kidding.
No, that's why I was telling you. Netflix is fucking it. For me out here, it's not at Regal or Cinemark. It's only at Cinema West. So there's a theater out there that's playing it. I just don't know what chain it is. Because you guys don't have Cinema West, right?
I don't think so.
I think you do, but it's called something else. Because the people that own Cinema West, I believe, own on the East Coast. It's not called Cinema West. It's some other name.
I'm trying to find it in my
just
location.
Fandango it.
I am not available at home or in theaters. Fuck off. Hang on. We got to have a theater here playing it. AMC Regency, Orange Park. Wait, no, it says Tinsel. Hang on. I'm going to be so pissed.
Yeah, I think AMC is the ones that would be out in your area. I think that's the chain out there. Because I don't have AMCs here. So I think that's why Cinema West got it here. Because usually AMC or Cinema West carries the exclusives bullshit. It's stuff like that I wish I was in LA. Because they get everything. They have so many theaters. Granted, it'd take you forever to get to the theaters, drive across town.
Yeah, it's an AMC Regency 24. So I have to drive to Regency Square.
Yep. I had to almost drive an hour where I'm at. And I'm at the fucking capital of California. That's why I said this movie's getting so fucked. But it at least is one.
I have to see this movie in the theater. I can't
I
not see this movie in the theater. I have to see it.
It's one that I can safely say you're going to appreciate it. Because you already know the story. So it's not you know what I mean? You're not going to like the story, so to speak, but it's all the stuff they do with it. And dude, it's you love cinema and the history of it like I do. And this is one of those that's so it's it pays homage and everything. Dude, it's fucking, I cannot explain how much I love this movie. And I really hope that people don't shit on it too much. I know it's been getting good reviews, but
I'm not seeing it. I'm not even seeing it at this region. Oh my God. If I missed out, I'm going to be so upset. All right. I got to look this up later. I don't want to waste Chat's time. Let me see here. Let's go back to these. King of Sanity. Wait. Oh, bye, B movie theater. See ya.
Later, man.
Otaku says, which film this year had better writing than The Long Walk? I don't think there was one that I saw.
Dude. The Long Walk is up there.
Long Walk is definitely best script for me. I mean, Sinners was also a great script, but Long Walk, and so was Together. But yeah, but they don't beat out Long Walk. King of Sanity says Black Phone 2 is so boring.
I think Frankenstein, there's potential that you could say it's the best script.
King of Sanity did not like Black Phone 2. Sorry, buddy.
Because it's like, yes, it's already a story, but it's the way, like the dialogue, especially from the monster, like his dude, like it's so rare that a movie brings me to tears. Like that's just, it doesn't happen. And there's like one part towards the end of this. So yeah, I mean, it's got an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes with 257 reviews. So like that's actually pretty high considering that many reviews are in, and the 95%.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it when I can. But all right,
95% audience score. That's surprising, dude. That makes me happy. Like maybe good. I'm gonna be wrong because I thought people were gonna end up like taking this movie for granted.
All right, we gotta get out of here. Diddy said Black Phone.
Anybody?
Yeah.
If any of you guys want to watch something super fucked up, I'm going to talk about it in next week's video, but Match on Tubi. Holy fuck. This movie is fun and fucked up and dirty and gross and like insane.
Sweet.
It just like came out of nowhere. It's a Tubi original, but it's actually really fucking good.
Nice. All right. We got to get out of here. So
like if you like Henenlotter, like crazy practical effect, gory, gross stuff.
Yeah. I love that stuff. All right. Thanks for joining us, chat. We appreciate it. This was a great time. Join us next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 1 a.m. or whatever time it is over there across the pond. This is the Death Rattle Podcast. Thanks again, guys. See you next week tonight. Bye.